Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Dead Island. Let's continue. So we've got a side quest to complete and then the main story to complete for Dr. West, and then I think we're going to kind of be done. I'm not even going to really bother with this continuous event of getting 600 XP for oleander flowers. I have like 4 of them right now, but I think I have 4 of them. But ooh, shotgun ammo. Interesting that there'd be a shotgun ammo right here.
Maybe there's something useful.
Hmm. In a lot of ways, we may very well be close to the end. Let's see, this Toxic Kuru is 567 versus this Venom Machete, which is 544. Let's try to upgrade this. Trying to use the toxic weapons. These other two I'll sell. So up, up, up. No big deal there. So now we'll try this Toxic Kuru. Take some money, take some glue. What do you even do with glue? Again, I'm being obsessive about collecting items and it really hasn't paid off. Seems like I've been in this area pretty recently. Here we go. What do we want to sell? We'll sell this one. We'll sell the flimsy sickle. We'll sell this one. Let's see. Do I want to sell anything else? Nope. Do I want to buy anything else? Until I use these 27 medium medkits, I might as well not buy large medkits. I'm probably gonna only end up buying large medkits in the final area, if at all. So we got a quest giver that's over here, Dr. West. And then we need to go over here and finish this side quest of sending a message to the family of the guy that was bitten. I didn't even follow the storyline on that. I didn't even know he was bitten. I just heard he said he took some serum. There, we sent the message so that we need to go talk to Sebastian. It would really stink. This guy stinks too. It would really stink if we beat the game before we ran back and talked to Sebastian. Well, beat this area. Not gonna beat the whole game, but we could get stuck in a process of moving forward. Finally, we can get in here. There's a personal ID collectible, alcohol.
Maybe there's something inside.
So it was just up to this point in the story that we were allowed to get here, and it seems like there's too many people now. Feels like they've added at least 2, maybe 3 scientists that weren't around before. Because there's 4 there, One there. One there. There's the two at the front. That seems like at least a couple extra than what was here before. It's weird. We didn't rescue anybody. Maybe that was part of their plans. Eventually we would rescue some scientists and bring them back in the main story, and they just didn't have time to do that part of the story. I don't know. That would be my guess of what's going on there. Let's talk to Dr. West.
You did it. Incredible. I won't ask how. However, I will need time to do my work. Perhaps you'd be willing to help us out here for just a bit longer?
Sure. Savage Reaper. New quest, demonic science. So there's like one scientist that has a quest for us. Everybody else seems to be cool.
I need you to go back out there. We're running out of aluminum potassium sulfate, and its use is crucial to our research. Can you get me that chemical from the warehouse?
Okay.
Do be careful with it.
So, ironically, that's the chemical I came in here with a couple episodes ago. And what did I do with it? I had the chemical, I came through the door, and I threw it at him. So, in all reality, it should be right here. But they probably reset it, just to be mean about it. Let's go get the other quest. No quest from him, no quest from him. No quest from him.
I could use some help with the research we're conducting.
Here's a quest.
We can't really tell whether the drugs actually help the infected. Transformation takes place so quickly, it's impossible to take a proper sample. John and Nick agreed to test the drugs on themselves, but we don't have the results yet.
Acquire samples from the infected muscle tissue and bring it to the lab.
I'll do my best.
All right.
He's
We
gonna give me a
managed to lock
magnum.
a few of the infected in the stockroom. You need to draw the sample from their muscle tissue. But hurry, if they mutate any further, it'll be too late.
So are there any other quests? Carry a jerry can of chemicals from the warehouse to the lab. Speed up a bit here. So where's the other quest? Acquire samples here. Let's run to Sebastian first, turn in that quest, and we'll run backwards. Well, run might be the actual wrong term. We'll drive like a normal person. It's pretty tight getting out of that parking lot. It's pretty difficult to drive these cars at all. The roads are too narrow, they're too bumpy. This is not what I would want to experience in any driving simulation ever. Even if there was like an off-road dune buggy game, this is not how I would want it to go. I wouldn't want to have no visibility. I'd probably want a third-person perspective, over-the-shoulder type thing, ideally. So how many zombies do we have? Challenge completed. Who butchers the butcher? There we go. So the rage mode isn't a terrible thought. It might actually be something you need to get a lot earlier than what I did. There I have like enough oleander to turn in that quest too if I was gonna bother with it.
It's been a long time since I last told my parents how much I loved them. Thank you.
Ooh, look at that, 871 weapon. That is a nice number. Here, we'll just leave the car. I like that number. Honestly, I think for a weapon like that, I probably should put the shocking weapon on there. But I will probably still put the toxic mods on it. Let's see. 871 this. Get that all the way up. And we don't have apparently what we need. What are we looking for here? We need wire, 3 wire, and I don't know. Piranha mod maybe? No. Paralyzing strike mod. Oleander and bleach. Magic wand mod is 600. Picome heavy duty mod, no. Medieval mod. Toxic mod, 600. So we need oleander and bleach. Oh, that might explain why I keep running out of oleander, as I'm actually using it. So, unbeknownst to me, I've known this trick about oleander messing with the zombies from the beginning. As soon as I had this mod. Just gonna kind of walk away from that floater.
Anything will help.
Tissue sample from Nick. Personal ID. I believe there's another one or two. Let's see, did we get everything in here? I wish these things would just disappear once you search them. There's really no point in having an icon telling you you searched something. It might as well just go normal, since there's so often items that are normal. Let's see. Darn it. So the problem with breaking down the doors, it doesn't actually damage the zombie that might be behind it. So, was that all we needed to do? I just want to go buy some oleander. Now, I didn't realize I needed it. See, I have like half a thought to go that way, but it doesn't seem like that would help me. Am I going the wrong direction? Not really. Almost feels like I could make a jump here. Make it to the roof.
I'm dying!
Or I could just kill myself. Stupidly playing around. And I don't think you ever get into this section. An entire fenced off section, I think, is here just because they didn't want to probably fill it in with any items. This game just feels unfinished. Like I can take the money through the window here. Here I am not paying attention, and I'm gonna suffer for it. I really wish there at some point had been just a solution. A true solution so that you could have increased your health or your defense. That feels very missing in this game. Sure, I will grant you it seems like you may get 1 or 2 bars after 35 levels of health, but that's it. Of course, it's not very realistic that anybody would increase their health and the amount of life or damage they could take unless they put on some armor, but then nothing else in this game is realistic either, so I can't really buy into that argument very much. Hey, there is a way to get in here. Interesting. Can't get in that building, apparently. Unless there's a way to jump up there, which it doesn't seem like there is. I feel like I'm working kind of hard now to just experience this game. If I'm wandering around this section and there's nothing here, no motivating factor to come over here. Well, they did take this room that was the exact same room we saw earlier and reuse it, so there was at least something in here. Is there a collectible or like a personal ID or something? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it seems like there's actually no collectible or anything, so no reason to come here. Unless it's something ridiculous like climb up here and it's on the roof. They didn't put a chest with a weapon or anything like that. No, nothing. Nothing at all. I could imagine that it seems like you could make a mission here. Fix the radio tower to transmit and talk to somebody. That seems like something that could have been a mission easily. But nope. It's not very difficult to see the holes in this game. Usually in games, they hide the holes enough that you can have to look pretty deep to realize, oh yes, there's something missing. Oh yes, there's something they wanted to add here at some point, or intended to add here at some point. This game, not too difficult to see them. They're pretty obvious. But that being said, it's really easy to fix what is that fundamental flaw in a game, in the sequel. All you have to do is put more time and effort into it. Where's my weapon? Here it is. So, there's, unlike other things, like, for instance, this is a bad reference for me to make, but Halo 1 and Halo 2 had different controls. Some of the Call of Duty things, I believe, had different controls. So going from like 1 and 2 was a big, painful change to change the control scheme. Fixing missing holes in this game are going to be a lot easier than that. The control scheme here is probably going to stay about the same, although it may change to an A button. I don't know. I think it's probably better if the digital attack stays right here. The analog attack is probably going to disappear as an option, and sprint to crouch. We have had some problems with the crouching system getting activated by accident because of it being the right stick. So that might change to a button. But or a better example of a big and difficult thing to fix is the Assassin's Creed series of games. Their story is insane. It's full of just ridiculousness, probably plot holes, probably some retconning, a lot of ignoring things. That's a very difficult thing to fix. And the only way you really fix problems with story is you just have to reboot the game, the series. Hitman is getting rebooted, and it should be out probably by the time you're seeing this, and it has an opportunity to go a different direction with its story and how it tells it. It seems like it's going to try to do some of that at least, although I don't know how serious they're going to take it. The Tomb Raider series a couple years ago had to reboot because of their story, and in that reboot they also made the game more of a first-person shooter and less of a platformer, which are now not that in fashion. Man, every single door is closed on me. Be careful with this chemicals. Yeah, I'm careful with them, sure. What do you want? Right there. Some weird places where you have to put things down. Why can't you just put it down and then a circle around him? He'll recognize it's there.
That's it! Yes, you did it!
Deathstalker mod. Nice. Let's go get this Magnum, see how powerful it is.
Very impressive, thank you. This may furnish a few pieces still missing from the puzzle.
578 Magnum. A fast Magnum, interesting. What am I gonna drop? Not that. We'll drop that. So I believe as far as quests go, that's it. I'm just gonna come over here and talk to the guy. We can do any mods or anything later, I'm sure. Hey, we got a point. Movement speed's going up on Fury. If we can get a couple more levels, that would be good. But I'm having a slight discussion here in my mind about whether we're even gonna make it to Burning Blood Rage. Because that's 2 more to get to this point, and 4 more to get to this point. And that would be 6 levels, and the levels are getting more and more expensive. We need 80,000 XP, and the quests aren't giving us enough to do that.
The pieces are starting to fit together. Kuru is endemic among the native population here, but the incubation period can take up to 12 years. Many of the natives here have built up an immunity which keeps the virus latent even longer. But this new virus is very different. It goes full-blown within hours. I think I may be able to create a vaccine, but to do so, I need a stable version of Kuru that hasn't yet mutated. Can you help me with that?
Not really. I have no idea. But let's say yes anyways.
Sure.
You must find someone from Ope's clan. Someone who hasn't had any contact with the infected, and get a sample of their blood or tissue. Speak with the shaman, because I don't know if anyone like that even exists.
Alright then. Now you just need to find someone from Opie's clan who hasn't had contact with the infected. And they don't even have to be bloody alive. See, they have a practice here where they embalm the dead, turn them into mummies, right? You just need to find one of these mummies and take a sample. Listen to me. Emily is still alive. We still have a chance to save her.
So that's the guy talking on the radio there. That's a little strange that they would have him give that speech. Half of those sentences should have been said by the doctor. I guess what happened there, if I was the Avenger, I guess, is that the voice actor here was done. They didn't want to call him back for another day and pay him for another day, so they had the voice actor over the radio fix that and fill in the blanks.
I heard Dr. West say you would help us out.
New quest.
We devised a formula that can render someone temporarily invisible to the undead.
Finally.
It uses a pheromone inhibitor and fools them into believing that you are not among the living.
Why didn't I get this at the beginning of the
To
game?
complete the formula, I need a compound called icaridin. It's highly volatile, and we keep it in chemical storage. Do you think you can find some and bring it back?
Okay.
Yes.
Right, yeah. The storage facility you want is behind the main building.
I feel like I'm just gonna run back and grab that same chemicals and bring it back in here. I don't think a laboratory is going to have chemical storage anywhere. I don't think you're just gonna make a building full of chemicals that's off of the main laboratories.
Have you found it yet?
And can I just pick up these chemicals and hand it to him? That they're all the same. It doesn't really make a lot of sense that you would work that way. You would have your laboratory,
Hello,
you'd have
you
your...
a moment?
Here we go.
If you happen to be near the bungalows, could I ask you a favor? Could you look in bungalow number 3 for my work files? They should be on the desk with my laptop. I was working on protein folding simulations.
So
If you
bring the
find them,
files,
please
not
bring
the
them here.
laptop.
It would take us days to recreate that data, and we don't have days.
Sure.
Great, I'll be right here waiting. Thank you.
Where's my pineapple question mark? Okay. And no new quests from these two. Take the alcohols and just in case I'm ever gonna make a Molotov. Let's talk to him. What can we sell? We have this, we don't need the Savage Reaper. And then 568, 563. Baseball bat can go away. 567. 544. I believe we can sell that now. Then we have the Fast Magnum versus the Slaughtering Magnum. 589 versus 578. Rate of fire is 49, rate of fire is 49. So even though it's called Fast Magnum, it's no better than the Slaughtering Magnum. Yeah, there's nothing different here. The Fast Magnum's not worth it. And then we have the Shock single shot rifle and all of that. Let's see. Devastating Wicked Double Blade is still not worth anything. Like this tiring Wakazashi here might be worth something, but then it's tiring, and so its handling is not very good. I would guess that's what that means. It really feels like if I was playing as a different character, I would have a whole different set of stats and things to worry about. I think you would have a drastically different experience playing as different characters, and there's really no way to fix that or to show that without... I guess I could play around and start a new game with each character, but it probably wouldn't be that different in the beginning of the game because we'd all end up swinging hammers and wrenches and really weak weapons. It's not going to be until you're almost halfway through with the game before you start really experiencing the differences by the different players. The thrown guy is probably has no interest in handling at all, so that probably doesn't work. The blunt guy probably has no things. The game is staying classy, I can see. They're completely unnecessary, but somebody did that. Shotgun ammo, venom. I will put the venom on the cruel Wakashabi. And then let's see, this. Yes. Yes. There we go, a nice long blade. It's kind of what I have wanted for half the game, is something nice and long. Where are quests gonna take us? We have one here where we haven't been, and then we have this, which we can fast travel to, and then chemical storage, which let's just do the chemical storage after we do this one. So run back this way or drive back this way. I'm not even sure which way is gonna be. I think it's slightly easier and a little bit wiser to just drive. Killing another 10 or 20 zombies is gonna get us maybe 1,000 XP, which isn't a significant amount for the amount of time it would take to do. Feels like the zombies may have leveled up here, and we're not seeing a big group of zombies trying to attack. Instead, we're seeing, I'm expecting what we're going to run into is a stronger zombies in smaller numbers. one would assume that their system is designed to accommodate a little bit of everything there. So sometimes you would get 5 weak zombies and sometimes you would just get one really strong one. It kind of feels like it works that way. But for all I know, every time we see a brute is pre-programmed. Every area we see a brute is pre-programmed. Actually, I kind of know that's true because I've seen where I've been seeing brutes have actually been in the same places I saw them the first time I played this game. So they are mostly pre-programmed. Let's see. Am I just in the wrong bunker? I think I'm just in the wrong bunker, yeah. Alright. So it's down. So I've forgotten I can do this too. Knock them down. Oh, here's a journey. Well, that didn't quite go the way I planned it, but I didn't die, so I won't complain too much. No surprise zombies couldn't get up here. Here we go. Nope. Where's the brute? Guy's about to knock me dead. And even though I had just used the med kit, still not enough defense, still not enough health. It's pretty ridiculous. Really? Really? Sometimes you just can't turn fast enough. Let alone use the rage ability, let alone swing your regular weapons. Like, where'd that guy go? He's going in for thirds. They're trying to take me out. Gee, that whole section, maybe there's more. They seem to keep on proving that they have a little bit more in this game than I thought there would be. Alright. So this house apparently slid at some point. Let's climb the roof here and see if there's a way down through that. This is dynamic and cool. Somebody definitely put some effort into this. It's a shame it didn't get used as a trick more often. So we take his laptop. Oh, we are taking his laptop. Good. That it sounded like what he wanted me to do was go get the file folder next to his laptop. Ooh, detox shotgun mod. New shotgun mod.
Maybe
I
there's
already
something
have
inside.
a mod on my shotgun now, so I don't know if I can turn that around. And all this toilet and everything is upside down. This whole building is upside down, I guess. If that's going to be the case. So if that is actually the case, then where's all the plumbing on the roof? Here we will prove once and for all that the toilets actually connect to nothing. Yep, see? Here. Right here, there should be like a pipe or something. And unless you're gonna say this is the pipe, which it isn't. This is just some piece of furniture clipping through the roof. Like right here, there should be a pipe for the toilet. And there isn't. Oh well. It would be nice to go in here. So now we've got an interesting challenge in which we've got to use our best run and jump abilities to get up. Going up is probably a lot easier than going down, though. Yeah, by far a lot easier. Alright. So, a little bit more to see. I'm a little surprised about that. Insect repellent is our next thing. Go to the chemical storage place and get some more chemicals. Cheating my way here. Try not to die. There's a floater. So it seems like you can have big guys show up. Like there. Either it's programmed to alternate between floaters and not floaters being there, or they respawn in the same places after a certain time, or they are programmed to show up only in certain levels of progression in missions. The variety there is not as good as I would like it to be. Either way, it seems a little obvious. I would more prefer that anywhere a zombie loads, there could be some other zombies. Okay, so it is a different chemical at the very least. But much like the issue with the what was it, pharmacy in the city, we are going to the same spot a couple of times when in all realisticness we would have just grabbed everything we could have grabbed and had it on us before. shut the door, even though I don't think you really need to. Take that. Again, there's some oleander. So, the newest mod we got, the detox shotgun mod. We would need oleander and bleach, and it will poison anybody we shot with the shotgun. It really doesn't even matter, because in reality we're never gonna probably switch our shotgun out or even use the shotgun. Alright. I guess we'll turn in these side quests right now. Let's see. Spiteful heavy wrench, we don't need that. What does he have to buy? Oleander. I will buy a big old pile of this. I think that's enough. And then we might turn some of that into experience. Turn one of them in. Alright. Here's the chemical.
You have it. Très bien. Okay, give me a minute. I will mix the formula.
Detox gun mod. Oh, same thing. And we got a challenge for that. Maybe probably what we did is we got most, if not all, the mods.
There it is. Thank you. This could make all the difference.
Tying two on a machete.
But to continue my research, I need you to find something for me. I need a large quantity of diseased tissue from a specific type of the infected. I'm interested only in those that are bloated and swollen as if they'd been drowned and left to rot.
Yes.
Floater tissue.
They can be found near large pools of water. I'm sure there are quite a few in the nearby swamps.
Here, have some floater meat. I already
This'll
have
do
some.
just fine. I'll tell Dr. West how helpful you've been.
Savage shotgun. So that quest was done immediately. How is this? 611 Tijuana machete's gonna come into use. And then this is 778 for that shotgun versus 544. So we are going to adjust our shotgun here. Interesting. They probably planned that. That would be my guess. Alright. So let's go ahead and sell our shotgun. Let's see. We're gonna keep this Tijuana machete. And the striker short shotgun goes bye-bye for the savage shotgun. I'll buy a couple clamps just in case I need those too. And let's go see what we can spend our money on. Alright, Tijuana machete. We have a shotgun ammo. Here, I think we can make a couple of these. How many deodorant bombs do we have? Wow! How did I end up with 3 piles of this? What did I do? Was this some glitch? I'm not cheating here. I never intended to have 3 piles of things. Well, it doesn't seem like I can do anything right now. I'm missing bleach. Is what I'm missing. It might be worth it to run around and let's see. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. It might just be worth it to run around and find the other stores. I don't want to though. We're gonna instead just fast travel to the other section. And we only have about 10 minutes of this recording. So the jungle, laboratory area. Oh, so the jungle and the laboratory are pretty much not even the same areas, according to this. Alright. Here we go. So this guy wants oleander, I'll give him 5.
Thanks. If you find more, feel free to bring it to me and I will give you something in return.
So I could give him more oleander for 600 XP, it's just not worth it. It's a ridiculous waste of money.
Every person in my village ate the flesh of the immortals, but many did not resurrect. The spirits are angry with us. The only warriors left are in the tombs of our ancestors. It is in the mountains near our village. Take me to your boat, and I will lead you.
Alright, so now we're just escorting him to the boat. So
Far before the first of my kind walked the land, before this world even existed as it is, there was another time. The dream time. In this time, nothing had substance, and there was no life or death. We existed without fear, without pain, without purpose. We travel there in our sleep, for the dream time is always with us, waiting in the darkness.
So we're gonna go down this path that we weren't ever going. We walked through already. We didn't need to walk through. I will give them props for as much as they exposed all the women and the women zombies in the resort area. At least here, because it kind of makes sense and it's somewhat practical, they are exposing the behind of Opie here, the leader.
I see one.
Let's see. Here's a thug. Look at that. I could almost completely take out a thug without really even a struggle.
The spirits who watch over us rose from deep within the void and darkness, and created the sky, and the sea, and the land, and everything alive, and everything that isn't. The great serpent who created the sea, and Great Mother, who gave us life, still watch over us. And many other greater and lesser spirits, and their lead. Do you see them? There!
So, I guess it's kind of cool. He's giving me his tribe's creation story as I'm getting eaten by zombies. It's not written great because what would have, the way this would have worked, wow, right as we start, is it should have been I'm about to die. Well, he's about to die. He should have told us this whole story as we were walking, and it should have felt like we couldn't be attacked. And then we should get attacked by a huge amount of groups once.
That is why they are sacred. They consume us to become one with us. For they are the bridge between the two worlds. Another one! Don't let them stop us!
So he doesn't seem to really even care that we're killing his zombie versions of his tribe. He seems to understand the situation pretty well. And I will say that they didn't really get very exploitative on animating the female villagers here, and they did fix the problem that was in the city, in which all the punks were male. At least the zombie females here are attacking. It still kind of leaves that criticism true, though, that the only non-zombie enemies in the game are male. There are no female non-zombie enemies. That nobody picks up a gun as a non-zombie who's female. I mean, we are really getting just a straight up view of his behind. And it's not very appealing. I will just say that. I would have been fine if they had put a sash behind it, and I think even behind aficionados will admit that this isn't really a very good looking behind. It's an average one. And so
From what I understand, they worship these
it's not really
bloody
what.
things. They might be infected to become resurrected. So I'm afraid you might have some problems with his shaman. Keep an eye on him, right?
Go with the shaman to the catacombs of the clan. So I think what they've just done is changed where this takes me. Travel to the catacombs, yes. We'll go ahead and repair that. Can't upgrade anything. Don't have anything else to do. So now we've gone from the jungle to the laboratory. Now we're going to the catacombs. And this is all supposed to be really the jungle section. It's so broken up. Here. We've got a whole nother area here that's just not connected. This was all supposed to be an open world game. And then we're back to an escort mission here.
We make the sacrifices for the spirits at this altar.
What altar? You mean that statue way over there?
There. I see them.
So I think the thing here that we're supposed to take from this. Oh, watch, I'm just gonna kill the guy. I think they would eat the infected people infected with Kuru, and then it mutated, and then they started eating the zombie ones, and then it probably mutated even more to the point where it infected even the people who had eaten the dead mutated zombie things.
Here is my village. Angry spirits are everywhere.
It's really difficult for a disease to actually be transmitted. through the digestive tract,
They're close to
actually.
me. Maybe we will avoid a fight.
Because
The resurrected Bratas are great warriors.
because the stomach is lined with very powerful acid. What can happen is you can have cuts and sores in your mouth, throat, stomach lining that makes it easier. That being said, diseases going through the skin are pretty hard too. Again, cuts and sores make it easier. Breathing is probably the easiest way to get an infection, I would guess, because then the germs go straight to your lungs, which really don't have much of a defensive system at all, and then get right into the oxygenated blood if the viruses are small enough, or the disease is small enough, and get right into your bloodstream. Not very helpful information, but kind of good to know. That all that really tells you is cover your cough and cover your sneeze. Stuff you should have known already. You can't particularly. Any more coming? I guess I need to walk forward. I really don't like how half the time when we get these kill animations, they're not even in scene. They're not even in frame.
Maybe there's something useful.
And it's getting really ridiculous. Like, the only pickups are just in baskets that are getting randomly placed between the paths, and the only thing here are a bunch of paths.
Or are you strong?
He doesn't stand out very well amongst the zombie natives. It would have been nice if they had animated him with brighter clothing, more stuff. Yes, he does kind of stand out with his headdress, but that's about it. There you go. Just throw a grenade. I right now probably have more than enough grenades or deodorant bombs to beat the whole rest of the game.
Improving.
Hey, we leveled up. So we will increase our movement speed one more level and we can get our rage going a little bit better. I do have rage mode, so I could activate that if I wanted to. Or needed to. I kind of feel like the butcher is a good person to use the rage on. The floater might even be a good person to use the rage on. In fact, all of them might be a decent person to use the rage on. Except for the brutes. The brutes still kind of suck no matter what you do, because they'll still run at you and take out a massive amount of damage. Again, no explanation on the brutes at all. The dreadlock butchers make sense. I could believe somebody would get mutated and look like that. I don't think somebody's going to get mutated, become as huge as the brutes, and strap on a straitjacket. A little bit of nice scenery here. Yeah, as soon as I turn to look at the scenery, here come the zombies. I think there also is an argument that can be made here. There's no talking to the natives, so we don't ever get like a zoomed in on their upper torso of the females either. When you talk to half of those women in the resort, you're zooming in right on their torso. It's not like...
Can't hurt to look.
You're zooming in on their face and showing their upper torso as part of it. So a lot of it's just perspective. A lot of it's just what I feel reality would have been. The zombies appearing right as we walk by in the middle of nowhere. They just spawn. Usually they don't spawn when you can see them though.
We have to get to the other side. They want to stop us. Destroy the lever. Get to the second lever and use it. Be careful.
They destroyed the lever. It doesn't look like that would be that difficult. So you're saying go this way? Is that what you're telling me? Alright, let's try this. Nope. That didn't work. Apparently I'm supposed to be using shotgun ammo here. They have a new design for a ladder. That's kind of cool. This really looks like what they planned for us to do. So this looks like a female one, but maybe it's just a effeminate male looking back. Yeah, that's a male. A lot of scars on his back too, or veins. That ain't pretty. Lower the bridge. So that's an interesting point, just because of the amount of
most sacred place.
Intelligence they're showing.
You will find many of my ancestors, fallen warriors, great heroes. Come.
Yep. So I'm gonna leave it on this spoiler here, because on this tension, because we've been going 8 minutes over and I forgot to look. According to the game, we are 82% done. That is good news. If we run through this, maybe 2 or 3 more hours, 3 more episodes, and we'll be done with the whole game. Except for the DLC, which, okay, it's gonna just be all new stuff there. I can tell you that the DLC starts in a different area. It's probably only gonna be like 5 to 10 hours at maximum, I would guess. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.